1978 fucking Halloween. Solid fucking flick, bro. When you jump to the fucking 80s, not quite 10 years older, but a few years older, and it sought inspiration from the shape, the fucking everything that Mike Myers was, but wasn't fucking like, I don't know. It not even being Jason in the fucking first film, but it's stemming off of the fucking Pamela to being Jason. Wasn't it just more of a fucking impact to you guys? Because it wasn't me.
Yeah,
and that might be opinionated, but it's just,
yeah,
you know, it's just fucking, I mean, it is, man. And they went from something that was supposed to be human, and still to this day is considered human, which is weird.
What do you mean? Who, Jason?
No, Michael.
Oh yeah.
I mean, fucker was basically evil Knievel. Like, I mean, it just was crazy. Like, and then with the newer films, it based it off of with each kill he grew power from type shit.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But if you have something like, I don't know, a kid that you thought that was drowned, that honestly, the real villain being Pamela, because a deformed ass kid like that shouldn't have been at summer camp in the fucking first place, bruh. You were asking for fucking problems. You don't want to be treated the same, because there's no world where Jason Voorhees
had to swim to a fucking Camp Crystal Lake. Are you gonna bring your deformed, retarded kid who doesn't know how to swim to Camp Crystal Lake?
Thank you, because there's no real world where you fucking take a kid like that and he is fucking socially, visually accepted by the fucking census of the fucking group, bro.
And I know it's of the time, but like they had camps and stuff for like people specifically. I'm trying to be sensitive here. I'm not trying to be insensitive.
No, that fucker was fucked up, bro.
Yeah, I know. He was not.
His dad had to be a deadite. There's no other sense for him to be a deadite, bro. Like that fuck, bruh.
You think he was a deadite from the beginning?
Like, bruh, sure, yeah. Fred Krueger was a fucking child rapist. But I will stand by one thing he said. That was a face only a mother could love. He looked like the human equivalent to a pug.
You're hating on Jason because he was fucking deformed, bro?
Yeah, dude, fuck his skill. There's not much skill anyway. He's just strong and durable.
Okay, but let's get... I can.
We're talking about deformities. Was he not deformed based on his looks?
But we're like getting on the deformity subject when we were talking about Halloween versus Friday. Yeah, like.
All right, so if we're looking at that, like, look at Halloween 2, and then Friday the 13th. What the fuck? I was thinking Friday the 13th and birthday at the same time. Friday the 13th, part 2. You get introduced.
All this talk of retards.
You said retard. I said deformed.
All right. Let's not get caught up in semantics. Continue. Por favor.
My bad. My retarded brain's trying to catch up. We get introduced to Potato Sack Jason. Look at the end of the first one of Halloween. Michael Myers falls off the balcony and he's just not there anymore. Okay, so there's open to interpretation and shit like that. And then you just jump the entire fucking like timeline. You go to H2. Not the Rob Zombie one, but Halloween 2. And it's just basically what? Fucking him ending up at an asylum at the end. I gotta really rewatch this fucking film because that's the only part I remember, honestly. I've only watched Halloween 2 once. But he ends up in an asylum at the end. He gets shot in both of the eyeballs. I'm like, okay, that's through...
Even though he should have been dead.
That's through the brain, bro. And this motherfucker's still walking toward me, nigga. And then he gets exploded by a gas thing. Fucking gas starts igniting and explodes the building, bro. And then he's walking in fire. He's just fucking inflamed. And he's just still coming at you. I'm just like, bruh. It's a crazy different kind of fucking human. It's just not... It's just... I mean, sure, they still have the same Dr. Loomis. And that keeps it somewhat interesting. Because the original Dr. Loomis, to me, was pretty fucking cool. But
yeah,
it just wasn't as fucking also as, I guess, fun or impactful as fucking Potato Sack Jason, just taking them off one by one, bruh. And then that jump at the end, bro, the breaking through the fucking wall without a fucking potato sack on, bro, and it shows his real face finally, and you just feel that.
Yeah, I think I would say that I prefer Friday sequels to any Halloween sequels.
How do you feel about the first originals, though? Each one.
I might prefer Halloween to the original Friday. I do really like and appreciate Friday the 13th, the original one. But the original Halloween is like what? It's the original one, and it's pretty good. It's pretty well made.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Who did that one again? That's John Carpenter, right?
Yes.
John Carpenter did his thing. And then, like, with the simple little score and everything, keeping Michael Myers all out of view from most of the movie. Like, you don't even see him or till, like, well, I think past the 30-minute mark, which is great.
Bro, even the fucking opening scene.
Suspense and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You just see the, like, shape of the body crawl over the fucking roof of the car.
Yeah, you get his POV and then the shape of the body climb over the car, and then
you hear a window smash and the nurse goes out, and the next thing you know, the car just it does. Yeah, it leaves it open to like, oh shit, what the fuck is it? Like, clearly it's something. It's a human, but like, I mean,
yeah, and then just the way that Loomis talks about him and shit, he's like he's pure evil, bro. Like, he's a.
That's the thing. Loomis in the first film, and
I don't like how much they played it up in the new ones, where they're like, oh, it's a force of evil, and like you said, every kill he's like gets stronger or some shit. It's like he powered up off of killing that dude. Shit was weird.
I wanted the sequels to be cool, man.
Me too.
Because
I thought 2018 was decent.
Yeah, I did. It got worse with every one though after that.
Yeah. Kills was horrible.
It was. And you see how they did it? They did the intro to it, like the reference to the fucking Season of the Witch, like the same lettering and shit like that. Like it was supposed, like they were just saying, like, oh, it's supposed to be different.
For the last one, you mean?
Yeah, the kills.
No,
or ends. I'm sorry, ends.
Yeah, I saw that. So, and it was like
I still put kills above ends though.
How the evil like passes on, like putting on the mask, putting on the just like in the original Halloween 3. It was like they were putting on the Halloween masks and it was turning them into monsters or whatever the fuck.
Could be in the wrong, dude, but when that kid died in the beginning, I'm like, that's what you fucking deserve. Oh, maybe not deserve. That's a tough word.
In the beginning of what, 3?
Of ends, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say deserve because when you do boil that fucking word down, that's aggressive. Like, yeah, he didn't deserve to fall from the fucking 3rd story, but it's kind of what you get for playing a trick like that, bro. I guess.
What happened again? Give us the play-by-play.
The play-by-play is so. Homeboy comes over to babysit. Parents go out for a little fucking Halloween shindig. How most Halloween movies starts out. And something Halloweeny.
He said.
So he was supposed to be in bed at a certain time, but this kid is just fucking acts all fucking whatever in front of his parents, and then becomes a little fucking douche piece of shit once they leave. So they're watching the thing because he wants to watch scary movies. He didn't want to play no games, and then he disappears for a second, and then he starts searching for him. And I don't know. I would have took a little longer to reach the 3rd floor, but this fucker gets to the fucking attic or some other fucking 3rd floor fucking room. It had no beds or anything in it. It just looked like it was for storage. And he's searching through it, trying to find this fucking little kid. The door slams behind him. And he's like, what the fuck? Let me out type shit. And then you start hearing the little kid laugh type shit. Because it's starting to imply like, oh, fucking Michael Myers is there. And it's just a little kid playing a trick on the fucking babysitter. And he's fucking just talking shit from the other side of the door. And this is a grown-ass fucking kid. He's like 18. Bursts through the door. It hits the kid. He falls from the 3rd story. Smacks down in front of his parents. And I will say that's probably the best scene of the movie. Not only because, or not due to the fact that, you know, I'm being sadistic and the kid deserved it. No, it's just like, it was such a shocker that I didn't expect it. Because the way that he's like breaking, or he's hitting the door, and it looks like it's just gonna, whatever, pop open. No, it fucking hits him. He flies over the rail and just fucking smacks. Like, it's a solid transition. But it was like the best part of the movie. Like, that was the most shock value that the whole movie got, because you skip to the fucking ending and he's fucking put into a giant fucking shredder. Like, oh, there's no coming back from that. He's truly gone now. Like, why did Laurie Strode still fucking survive? Like, what the fuck? Like, there had to be something. Like, bruh.
Yeah, and didn't a homeboy get killed partway through? The little weirdo guy? They should have just committed to that shit. Like, if they were gonna, I don't know, they just, like most shit nowadays, they just try to have their cake and eat it too, bro. Like, because they try to do the whole passing the torch thing with him taking the mask from Michael. With that fucking
embracing how people saw him type shit.
Yeah. Fucking when he just started killing people and shit.
So the same punk ass, I was just like, oh, they already think I'm cheating. I might as well cheat, bruh. He's just like, I don't know. Could have easily avoided that fucking thing, but he's just like, you know what? Fuck you, homeless man. Stab, stab, stab.
Yeah.
And then it just unleashed it all.
Yeah.
But if we are talking about
he fucking wrestled with Michael for the mask. That shit was, I don't know. It was weird. Just like, it seemed like they had an idea and then they just threw a couple more ideas on top of it, and then they didn't fucking pass over it a second or a third time. They're just like, yeah, we'll go with that. Because we're on the third one and we didn't set this shit up at all.
I felt like if the 2018 version of Halloween just ended, left open interpretation, nothing changed. Like, oh, he could have died in the fire in the basement, or he could have escaped, but that's it. I thought that would have been okay.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been an okay conclusion.
And then they ended on the shot with a homegirl looking all fucking traumatized, and she's holding the bloody knife and shit. In the back of the truck.
Yeah, in the bed of the truck.
Yeah. So, like, that leaves a lot of implications and shit, too, about, like, just... Because the whole movie is about the impact that the fucking original events had on Laurie in the original Halloween. Right?
Yeah.
And so, the ending right there would have been good. I think that would have been just fine. Like, because it's like...
I guess it would have been poetic because it transferred to the traumatic events that happened to the granddaughter.
He came back, and the whole events of this movie and shit. Like, if we have to bring it back and do a fucking retcon reboot, remake, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
A shriekwell.
Yeah. A requel? I mean, yeah. It's like you're going back and redoing the sequels to a franchise.
Just swapping certain things around, but pretty much dials down to what it is.
Yeah, basically they were just poorly handled and not well thought out beforehand.
Can I just go on the fucking record to say Blumhouse is the Michael Bay of horror? Because that's what Blumhouse is turning into. Yeah. They're relying on jump scares and shitty fucking writing, and it still gets them by because they're still fucking making money off of it.
Yeah.
And
because they keep everything just so low budget, bro. So they keep making a profit that way.
I ain't gonna say that they're the best horror films, bro, but if I'm looking at like early Blumhouse, like Insidious and shit like that, bro, like that was cool new horror for me. Like that was fun. Like the rewatch value and shit. Like, and I wasn't even scared the first time I watched it.
It was like the beginning of PG-13 horror, though. Like mainstream PG-13 horror.
Oh yeah, you were all mad because there was no tits, huh?
No.
Just kidding. Just seemed like every 80s horror film just involved tits. Yeah, that's true.
There's no intense violence. Not that I'm saying that it's needed necessarily, but like, dude, some gnarly, impactful shit would have been appreciated in Insidious or something like that. Like, I think the worst shit, like blood-wise or whatever, you get is like the bloody hand from the demon on the bed sheets or whatever.
Yeah, but how would that have enhanced the film if the demons were more brutal in that way? I felt like it just I felt like they.
I don't know, the fact that he had a little kid chained up and nothing was wrong with the kid kind of always that wrong. And not that I'm saying like I want to see child torture.
No, I know. That's not what I was getting at. There's a time and place. Trust me, the hair is all about child torture.
You sick fuck.
But gosh, fuck. No, you cunt. Oh, my fingers in the lip.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Hold that thought. I just have to pee real quick.
I don't remember what thought.
Insidious, child murder.
Oh, okay. He's probably gonna be talking while he's over there because he took the mic with him. So I'm not gonna say it.
Fancy meeting you here.
How was work? Long and hard? Oh.
Did their break?
I respect it. Can get you out of that dish pit for a bit though, huh? Yeah, I'll do like that. Alright.
Well, yeah, to circle back on the original Halloween and the original Friday the 13th. Can smack while I'm talking. I'm great at multitasking.
Yeah, you should probably do what you said.
So to double back on the original Halloween and the original Friday the 13th. I feel like the original Halloween was definitely more. I don't know. It was definitely more creepier because you just couldn't understand what it was, like you said in the first 30 minutes or so, and then you just what's next? See this fucking just random guy in a jumpsuit parked outside of fucking high school staring into a window, and then he's just not there the second time that this probably looks, and you just start to wonder, like, who is this person? Now she's walking home, and then he pokes out around a bush, and then he's not there. And then, you know, you just, I don't know. I felt like it was definitely the better out of the two, but to also stick with I felt like Friday the 13th story had more of an impact when it came to, I think also a larger fan base. But if I am just looking at the originals, say that nothing happened after the originals, bro, I would give it to Halloween.
No, definitely after Jason was introduced to the franchise, bro. Like, that shit became iconic.
Was there such thing as plot twists at the end, at that time frame though? Like, were people in theaters and like fucking thinking like, oh shit, this is possibly the mythical Jason, and you come to fucking find out, oh shit, it's his fucking mom. Like, that's the same thing I think about, like, when people went to go watch fucking Star Wars in the theaters. Like, holy shit, it was fucking him the whole time. Like, were people feeling that way or that insightful when it came to watching movies back in those times at the same time? And obviously none of us are from that time, but I just wonder if people fucking thought that way. Because as an adult that was like introduced to, and the only reason, like, you guys introduced them to me through your pops, but I didn't watch them and I didn't take down to watch them until I chose to watch them. And it was still a fucking hell of a plot twist, even though I knew backstory type shit. And then I watched fucking Friday the 13th as a kid, and then thinking that, oh shit, we're gonna finally see who this fucking Jason is, and it was fucking the mom the whole time. That was a literal plot twist to me as a kid, so I wonder if people were fucking feeling the same way in the fucking 80s. You know?
Yeah, I think that was one of the big things about it, is that the mom was the killer at the end.
Well, if you go back and rewatch it, bro, you realize that Pamela Voorhees has the manliest fucking hands in the world. Like, holy shit, this bitch got lumberjack hands. Like, they're fucking veiny as fuck. Like, when she's choking out the person that's supposed to be the cook, trying to make her way to the camp, the first person you're introduced to.
Yeah. It's just definitely a dude's hand.
She's just like, damn. Jason, a built motherfucker, and then you come to find out, like,
that it was
this bitch.
This bitch got big old hands, bro.
And then it's all poetic because she was the previous cook. So the first kill being the cook, like, I bet. The other reason my son died because I was cooking and I couldn't watch my own kid, so whatever. But with all that being said, I feel like none of it should really stand up to 1974's fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because that was a solid fucking...
It was a hot take from the turret here. It was a little boring. It took a long time for things to get going, and once they got going, it wasn't anything too crazy. Like, the gnarliest thing that happened was someone got thrown on the hooks. Them getting thrown on the hooks, it was like the gnarliest shit in that movie. It's like the movie called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, bro. I want to see motherfucker get done up with the chainsaw.
Don't you shake your feet?
I don't know.
You ever heard my
Maybe I'm just misremembering it. But
okay, let's just... Okay, I hear what you're saying. I wouldn't even say it's a hot take because, yeah, it's a slow burn for sure. I will say that. But can we just also take into account that we have one fucking killer that does not give a fuck if you're fucking handicapped? That should get some points right there alone. Fuck that kid in the wheelchair. Yes, but who killed him first? That's the thing. He's like, fuck this chubby kid that keeps calling out for his sister. He needs to fucking die by penetration of chainsaw. And he did. But no, I totally agree. Not totally agree, but I understand it is a slow burn. But it is one that I do fucking enjoy. It's just the sequels.
It does give you uneasy vibes and stuff.
I do enjoy the score. The score of it's fun.
I like the filmmaking of it because it gives like that gross feeling and shit that like, yeah, it was well made for sure. I guess it just isn't for me.
Definitely a movie in my opinion also. Like, though the original is cool, but definitely a movie that has sequels and or remakes that were better than the original. Because I will even go as far as the Jessica Biel one being better than the original. Ooh. And then the way I would rank it Texas Chainsaw the beginning, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is the 2003 version, and then the original.
A lot of them, I thought 2 was pretty trippy.
2 was like a fucking whole nother fucking... It was a trip and a half, bro. And I watched that one by myself. Like,
I think 2 was probably more my vibe. Just because how fucking weird and crazy it got. With the fucking weird, creepy dude with like the metal plate in his head. Fucking
only because he got ran over by a semi, bro. How that fucker survive? I don't know. But it was the hitchhiker
with a lighter and then fucking eat it. Shit, fucking creep. Sure, just little shit. All the different characters and shit.
Fucking yeah.
The grandpa winning the chili contest and shit with the human meat and shit. The radio show host chick, and then fucking Leatherface busts in there and shit because she was playing that tape of because they had it recorded when they called in to her show whenever they were attacked. These fucking guys that were just hauling ass down the highway, I think, and then fucking Leatherface and his brother pulled up next to them and started chainsawing the truck, and then they fucking killed them. But they had called into the show, so she had it all recorded, and then she was all playing it. And then the sheriff from was he from the first one? Or was it just like explained that he was from the area or some shit, or he was related to somebody? I think it might have been a brother or some shit. I don't know. But he was like from the area, and he was like hunting Leatherface basically. And he's like, don't fucking play that shit because he's gonna come for you. And then she's like, yeah, whatever, basically. And then she played it, and then he busts in and shit. And then he tries to plow her with the chainsaw. He puts the chainsaw between her legs, and it's all like weird and shit. And he's all like rubbing it on her thigh like a fucking creep, sticking his tongue out. And then first
that's probably
the
where they
creepy
got-
guy with the wire hanger shows up first, right? Am I remembering it right?
I've only seen it once.
I want to say I'm remembering it, but he
That's
shows
probably-
up first and he's talking about the report or how he's a big fan. I'm your number one fan. And he's all fucking picking at that shit in his head all the time. It's fucking gross. And then I think he tries to get the tape or something, and then or he tells her not to play it too, and then he goes, and then Leatherface breaks in and shit. If I'm remembering it right. I could be remembering it completely wrong. And then she gets kidnapped by Leatherface because he gets all turned on by her or whatever. And then they take her back, but then they're followed by the sheriff guy. And he went and bought some chainsaws earlier. And he took him outside and fucking completely dulled the blades by just hacking at a fucking tree stump for no reason. In a weirdly edited scene. And then they come back. Or, yeah, they take him back to their fucking junkyard, right? And that's where they meet the grandpa. And he's about to hammer her in the fucking head, and then that's whenever the sheriff shows up to save her. I jumped over a bunch of extra shit, but... And then they cuts right as their fucking chainsaws meet, isn't it? Dude, I just saw another fucking shooting star.
What time is it?
It is 1:30. Why, are you getting ready to call it?
I was thinking if it was gonna be like a Make-A-Wish time.
Oh. And then,
But nothing will
waving the chainsaw around like how Leatherface was waving it around at the end of the first one. We continue. Nothing
would be more iconic, more substantial, more eye-opening. And a motherfucking child pedophile from Illinois make his way on the screen in the 80s. His name is Freddy Krueger. That's what I thought. When it came to just like the practical effects and shit like that, and it's an old fact, but like when you go back and see how much work they actually fucking put into the sets of that shit, the fact that like that cool ass effect with Johnny Depp's death was just an upside down bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's fucking cool to me, bro.
Yeah,
like
building that whole set was dope.
It's just fucking like, man, like people just. I ain't saying they don't care as much. And sorry, I've been moving the fucking microphone, so if shit sounds muffled, it's only because of that. But like, it just doesn't seem like, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's more cost effect. I don't know. I'm not in the fucking movie business, but when people could do something like that and use CGI, I don't know why they're not doing more shit like that.
Uh-huh. Because
that shit was trauma. That shit was like, holy shit, bruh. I'm gonna get fucking pulled into my bed, and I don't know. And everything about it, like, okay, you need to stay awake, like, you know. And I did that shit with my own friends.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you need to stay awake, bro, and I'll wake you up when it's time for me to sleep type shit. And then this motherfucker, which was fucking, like, told throughout the whole movie, he's the motherfucker that falls asleep first, but he still trusted his ass. And he falls asleep first, and then just to, like, fucking die that way. And looking through a lens that wasn't me trying to, like, or... Like, I didn't know him being as perverted, but looking through a lens is just like watching a movie as just without that. Even the bathtub scene, that's fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
You're not paying attention to what's in the water. You're in the water. It doesn't matter. Like, you're in a bathtub. What else could there fucking be? And then, I don't know, like, Wes Craven, man.
Yeah. He was, a pioneer of the horror genre, I would say. He did that one. And he did fucking Scream.
Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes.
And he produced on the newer ones too. The first remake wasn't bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Second one got a little weird.
Yeah.
Was it The People Under the Stairs? Last House on the Left. And people could talk shit. Like, I'm gonna go back to what the title you said. People could talk shit about what they want about fucking Scream, but it was handled in a fucking genius ass way to poke fun at the fucking horror movies that were just fucking being straight cliche-ish and shit like that. Like, it was a walking cliche for a fucking reason, and people don't give Ghostface the fucking proper respect, and it does piss me off.
Yeah, Ghostface is dope. The Scream franchise is dope. I haven't seen any of the new ones, but the original ones are dope. The original 4.
Me personally, I will say this: I do like the original 4, but I will say 5 overtakes number 4. I'm not saying that it beats 3, 2, 1, even though 3 was probably the more goofier side one. 2 was kind of smart, dude, because they were like, you know what, hey, this main character, fuck that fool, we're gonna pull him into a van and fucking stab the shit out of him. And then no, there's no fucking little plot twist where he survives. Fuck, man. Scream 5 has some fucking major shock value, I ain't gonna lie. Like, not in so much as the reveal as just to also the kills, Dewey. To disrespect Dewey in that way. You know what they claimed? They claimed that that little Asian bitch was the one to fucking double stab him and lift him. Like, motherfuck, how? Not my sheriff.
Yeah. That's sad.
I don't give a fuck what people say, dude. I had a tear for. I shed a tear. I shed a fucking tear for Dewey. They had the balls to kill Dewey, but oh, let Gail fucking survive.
Yeah.
Fuck Gail.
Did she die in the next one?
Nope, just another faker. Let me just save your time. You don't have to watch it. Just another fucking almost. Sorry, you missed. 2 inches away from the right spot. Yeah, again. Because why does Gail Weathers have the most durable body in fucking horror history? It makes no fucking sense. And horror history. Double whammy. She did not only survive those fucking bangs, she survived Ghostface multiple times. But for Dewey to be... For you to do such lazy writing that he wouldn't just fucking go for the head and do further investigation. Like, why would he look at his phone? It was like how they handled Joel.
Yeah, it was some shit like that.
We need some shock value, but we can't kill Sydney. She's the fucking survivor. She's whatever. But you choose fucking Dewey. They knew Dewey was gonna hurt more. That's the fucking thing. Because Dewey was the survivor. The one that got stabbed in the back in the original got partially paralyzed but still fucking survived. And then got stabbed in the fucking second one, also fucking survived. So he was more of a fucking survivor than fucking Neve Campbell was. But no, it would have been as impactful if they killed off Gail Weathers. Sorry. My bad, what's up?
No, I hear you. I'm just getting a little tired. We've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, we can't stop till they get back safely. So I'm gonna get back on my little tent. I'm just playing my bad, dude. You're tired. I'm just having fun. Obviously, I have a little bit, things that have been keeping me up, and you're just, you know, dry whistling it.
Yeah. This was good, though, dude. This is a lot of content, I bet.
I feel like we should, I guess not we, you edit. Let's just edit some things out this time.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some spots for sure.
I hear you. And
but let's keep in the racism.
I'm keeping that in mind. Hour 27. Because that's where we got a little iffy. Love you, Boba.
I love you too. And let's just say this has been another eccentric time with the Turtle in the Hair.
Thank you for tuning into the Turtle in the Hair show if you did. And if you liked it, maybe leave a like and subscribe for more content.
And if you guys are interested in more after midnight sessions, I'm sure that we could be more than accommodating. We're up at that time anyway. So
exactly. See you later, babe.
Later, babe.
Alright. Oh wait, let me turn down the volume of the video again. Okay, we're back.
So I haven't completely given up on older women.